Hey Fortnite fans, today we are taking a look at Bushranger from Hasbro's Fortnite Victory Royale 6-inch series. Here is the front of the box and we'll do a quick flip, and there's the back of the box. I ordered this from Amazon for $24.99. If you'd like to own your own, then I have a link for you in the pinned comment below. For additional pictures of this action figure, visit FortniteToyGuide.com. Alright, let's free the bush from the box. We've got this bushy creature freed from his box. The first thing we're going to do is take a peek at these accessories, and we have his harvesting tools, the honey hitters. And how do you like that? It has little bits of honey dripping down the sides or the ends of the blades. So not only will he whack you or whack a building, but he's going to do it in a messy way with honey all over it. Then we get the Buzzy Bag back bling right here. Get that into focus for you. And you can tell that there is something on the inside molded in this bronze or honey colored, because it pops out here at the peg, and it's also bronzy. Maybe it's like this where it's dripping. I think that may be where it is, so it's dripping out. And then finally we have an Infantry Rifle. Looks pretty good. All right, let's jump over and take a peek here at this action figure. So Bushranger measures, get this out here, about, actually at the tip of his bush at the top, about 6 3/4 inches tall. So he's almost a 7-inch figure, but he's closer to 6.5 where you get to the actual head. He has 32 points of articulation, if you can believe it, through this mess of bush, so to speak. He does have a way to wiggle his head back and forth. I don't know if it's on a ball joint. It almost feels like it might be, but the hindrance is all the bush around the neck. He does have a way of wiggling at the waist. And again, there's a lot of bush around this figure. And then you got the sticks or the limb, legs and arms. And this is actually kind of a medium rubber, all this bushy stuff. If you want him to lift his arms up, well, surprisingly, he can do it really well. Double pin at the knees, double pin at the elbows, a hinge and a rotation, both at the ankle and the wrist. And actually, this has a bit of a pivot, so you can get him into funky stances like that or so. Then we've got a swivel at the thigh. And if you want him to do the splits, unfortunately, we have hit a hindrance. This is as far as he can go split-wise. And if you want him to sit, well, shoot, there's another hindrance right there. All in all, though, you know, you gotta love this figure. He looks cool. So he's crazy cool. Let's start gearing him up and take a look. So you can slide his backpack or his back bling on pretty well. Let's see, how well does he hold this infantry rifle? We all know that I have difficulties trying to gun up these figures during a video, so I have to put them in all sorts of weird contorted positions before it actually works. So he's kind of holding it there. Kind of holding it. He's not going to look like he's aiming and posing, I don't think, and firing it, but at least he can hold on to it, right? Right. There we go. So now he looks like an angry bush about to take revenge on your neighbor's dog for relieving himself. I don't know, I just made... Doesn't this bush look really happy to be holding this gun? Oh man, let's see, how do the harvesting tools look in hand? There's one of the honey hitters, and here's the second honey hitter. And I don't know, if I see a bush coming at me with blades covered in honey, I think I would be running for my life. This is a wonderfully cool, slightly creepy, whimsical creature all in one package. This is such a great... I like this figure. There's nothing really about it that's negative. The paint looks good. The detail looks really awesome. You can... Let's see if we can zoom in here. Actually, not zoom in, but more... We're going to bring this figure closer, about there. Let's look here. I mean, look at the detail for the leaves. And he's got these little, like, leaf grenades. These grenades, pine cone grenades. That's what they are. They're pine cone grenades. Those look really cool. Now, the belt that is around his torso does not come off specifically. It's tight. Now, you might be able to work this thing off eventually, but it might be a little difficult. Look at his face. Oh, come on. Could you really hurt someone who's walking around that looks like this guy? Or this bush? Just the detail. Does the legs not look like they're sticks? Look at that. They come out this way, and then they come in this way, and then they go over this way. It looks like bark is getting peeled off. He's got some knotty knees, and he's got some knotty elbows here. Oh, look at that. There's even like a little piece right there sticking off, like it's a little bit of a trim, like maybe he was sliced by a knife or something. He is just a very cool, very fascinating, very neat. I'm finding very little wrong with this except for being able to do the splits and sitting. I mean, that's about it. And there is a little bit of limited articulation in the head. So, oh. It does look like it's on a ball joint. So, you know, I mean, his head can't go left to right very well. I mean, tilting left to right, but rotating left to right is really actually pretty good. So, overall, I actually think this is a pretty good figure. I don't think there's a lot of complaints here. You may have a bit difficult time when we move him back there to stand him up, only if in the fact that he doesn't have really a lot of toes. He's got like stumps. His feet are stumps. I mean, looks like what they are. Looks like he's kind of actually growing out of these stumps. And so, I don't know. I actually haven't had any trouble whatsoever getting this figure to stand. I think he's really rocking. Just the whimsy of this character might bump it up. And the articulation works for me. It really does. I like how he's got some pieces of bush just kind of up here on his head sticking out. I don't know how fragile those would be. I don't know if with a lot of posing or play these are gonna pop out. So I'm not really sure how in there they are. They might, if they get snagged, they might pop out. So you might want to be careful about that if we've got to find something that's not 100% positive. Look at that, he's even got a little like brown, like his bark has been stripped like on his cheeks and his nose. And he's got little white spots. It almost looks on his eyes, like the pupils, it almost looks like he's looking that way a little bit. Doesn't it? He's so cool and so cute and, yeah, deadly as soon as he gets that infantry rifle. Man! But anyway, yeah, now it's your turn. What do you think about this action figure? Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And before you go, if you haven't already, check out my recent review of the 4-inch action figure Menace from Jazzwares. It's in the lower left-hand corner behind him. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.